Let's see, trying to get this set up here. Gonna be doing a live stream for you guys. Technology, man. All right. Sorry, just give me 1 second here. Gonna be doing something cool today, breaking down one of our songs. What's done is done. I'm trying to do this thing where I can connect to like all the social media platforms at one time. Let me see. All right. I think I just about got it. Cool. All right. Just letting a couple people join. Guys doing all right today? Someone comment and say something. I gotta try to pull up some comments on my phone too. All right, cool. Let's just jump into it. Hopefully y'all can hear me all right. Someone give me like a thumbs up if you can hear me talking. Do a little sound check here. See if you can hear the music as well. Said you think a part of me died last night. Memories hungry all the time. This can't be right. Don't think it was the right decision. Time will tell what's wrong. But I had to find out the hard way. Now it's just another world to be with. No will be one day. Now it's done, it's done. I'll take you on my mind. Till I never say leaving the weight bearing down on me. Okay, cool. Sorry for all that technology stuff. Anyways, hope y'all are doing all right today. I just wanted to do kind of a cool live stream. We don't do these a whole lot. Kind of wanted to break down one of our songs. It's one of our, it's a single, not the newest one we put out. We just put out a song called Bayou, but it was the one right before that. We put out a song called What's Done Is Done. And we're kind of doing that right now. We're kind of taking it, one song at a time. We're probably going to package them all together at the end on an album, but right now it's been kind of fun to just sort of do, one song at a time. It keeps momentum going, keeps us excited, keeps you guys excited, and that way we can kind of just, keep putting out a bunch of music as we go. And the way that my songwriting philosophy and kind of the way the way I do things, the way we do things in Gunshine is very much it's every song is its own thing. So it's like it's really just what you hear in your head, what you hear in your gut. As you might hear one day you might write some like pop song, and then the next day you'll write some like metal song, and really that's what art should be about. It's just the freedom to kind of do whatever you want and whatever inspires you at any given moment. And that's really the way that we do things and the way that I do things. And it's not, as we keep moving forward, you might hear some things stylistically or influence wise that may stick a little bit, but really it's going to be all over the place with us, just because that's just kind of how we do things, just whatever comes out. This song in particular was a song I wrote, that's kind of cool because it kind of takes you on a journey through a bunch of different vibes. It starts off with this kind of like westerny sort of like, guy in the desert with his acoustic guitar, which is why I did the wind sound when the song first starts. And yeah, if you haven't heard the song, we honestly we could probably just listen to the full song first and then break it down. Um, it's kind of funny, we post all these videos on social media, and really the bottom line with the videos is just to try to get people to hear the music. That's the thing as a new artist, you're just trying to get your record out there. And the way the social media algorithms work is you never know what they're going to decide to make viral at any given time. So sometimes it'll make, one song viral for whatever reason, and people naturally sometimes don't just go to your catalog and listen to your music. They'll only listen on social media to the 15-second clip that goes viral. So there may be a lot of people that haven't even heard this song. I don't know. But because people do hear one song and they just assume that all of our songs are like that. And again, that's just not the way. That's kind of not the way we do things. But let's see. But yeah, anyways, with this song, I was just picturing like a song that kind of takes you on a journey through some different vibes. It starts with the acoustic guitar, and then from there, it gets heavy in the chorus, and then kind of takes this left turn at the end of the song, where it goes into like a heavy, almost like Black Sabbathy kind of part. There's like I did like some screaming on it, and it wasn't necessarily intentional. It was just again, it was kind of the idea, and it kind of fit the vibe of the song at the time. You had this kind of evil church choir in the background, and like someone's kind of screaming over top to match the intensity of the lyrical content and what I was going for. Yeah, let's just do that. Let's just listen to the song. I thought it'd be cool as well. I pulled up the demo so that you guys can kind of hear the process, sort of how I do things, how I demo things out. And then, I like to get things like 99% pretty much finished in my little home studio, off my laptop and everything. And then I send our tracks to our engineer to mix and master. And then that's kind of the way we do it. So you can see at the bottom of my screen, I kind of and I don't know how this looks, by the way, on different social media platforms. I hope it's halfway decent. I don't know. Anyways, we'll see. But I got the demo at the bottom as well as like the finished master. So let's just listen to the master first, and then we'll break it down, just in case there's people out there that haven't heard the song. And for those that have, you get to listen again. Here we go.
Turn the key, change the course of my life last night. Took a chance, hope that one day I see the light. Don't know if it was the right decision, everything feels wrong. But but I have to walk down this road to know. Said you gave a part of me died last night. Memories haunt me all the time. This can't be right. Don't know if it was the right decision. Time will tell what's wrong. But I had to find out the hard way on my own. Now it's just become what's meant to be will come. Now we'll be okay. One day. Now what's done is done. I'm taking it one by one till I have the strength to make my own way. Finally, with the weight bearing down on me. Finally, it took me so long to see to make the right decision. Not the easy one. It takes a whole lot of love to give up all you've ever known. Now it's just become what's meant to be will come. Now we'll be okay one day. Now what's done is done. I'm taking it one by one till I have the strength to make my own way. I trust my own intuition. I pray one till for the reason. I'm resting. Now what's done is done. Left it on the
Okay, sweet. So that's the song for anyone that maybe hasn't heard before. Definitely, like I said, kind of takes you on a journey, something kind of different. It has sort of a westerny, country-ish vibe, at the beginning. There's definitely a lot of dynamics going on. Let's see. The Screamo aids. We got a comment here. Oh, that's from Derek. What's up, man? The Screamo aids to the angsty feel of the song, I think, with intensity. Yeah. So again, it's always from an artistic standpoint. It's never like doing things just to do them. I think you're trying to just convey an image, convey a vibe, and kind of the idea behind the idea behind the lyrics and behind the song. It's kind of like, it's about like life's hard decisions, having to live with them either way, whether you want to go back and fix things later. Either way, it's in the past. What's done is done. But sometimes you really struggle to make those decisions. So that's kind of what the song, it's most of it kind of takes you through this back and forth struggle. But then maybe like a year down the road, whatever, you may feel feelings of regret, and that can be normal. When you have to make tough decisions, you may question yourself, you may regret things to an extent. So that was kind of the idea behind the end part, was it kind of pulls you down into this more like dark vibe, where that's sort of the regret, and that's why the guy's screaming over top, what have I done, whatever. That was me doing the screams. And then we had like choir, which we all got in a room and basically all did the choir part together. So it's kind of like you have this like evil choir saying, just repeating in your head over and over. That's why it repeats so much too. It's just like, now what's done is done, left here on the run, and just repeats, because it's like this haunting evil choir that's just in your head, and this guy's just like, what have I done, going over top. So again, it's just to convey a feeling, convey a vibe. But that's why it's not just, it's never done from a mathematical formulaic mindset. Because if we were phoning it in, it would have been, okay, let's just go back to a normal chorus and call it a day. Because that's what other people do in songwriting. And that's not art. That's not the way that I do things. That's not the way we do things. It's always done in an artistic point of view. Again, it's about imagining things in your head, like when you're reading a book or something like that, and it takes you to a different place. It's never just like I don't just say I'm going to songwrite today and pick up a guitar and try to write a riff. Like, it's never really works like that. It's always like a melody in my head, or maybe it's a riff in my head, but I'm always like humming it, into my phone or whatever, and then kind of coming back to it later. Hopefully this is cool for you guys, by the way. I hope, just trying to do some cool, like, different behind the scenes stuff. And also, yeah, feel free, by the way, to ask any questions. I'm going to do my best to go on the different platforms and try to see comments. Let me see here. Yeah, I saw Derek. You also asked in the video, whose kitchen were you playing whose kitchen were you in playing cards? So yeah, in the music video, it was this Airbnb we were staying at before playing. It was in Daytona Beach. We were playing a show with Tom Kiefer, and it was kind of a kill two birds with one stone. We just needed to get a video done for this song, and we had Sean Brandon, who does like a bunch of content and stuff for us. He was on tour with us at the time, so we kind of just knocked it out. We said, hey, let's do a music video while we're here, and yeah, that's how we got it done. Let's see. Does a song ever stem from the lyrics first? Let me think. Yes, I mean, like sometimes it's titles, like in the way Jordan and I work together is kind of like, I mean, it's a little bit different every time, so it's hard to say, but like, I'll give you an example. Like, Feel Alright was this chorus that I had in my head melody wise, and then I took my notes app, and let me see if I can find it real quick. Maybe it'll show you on the screen. I took my notes app and wrote down "Feels so good to feel alright," like in my phone, and then I texted Jordan and said, "Hey, I have this idea. I think it's gonna be good." And he came over and he was really feeling it too, was inspired, and then we sat down and kind of like finished writing the lyrics together in just a few hours. So that one, for instance, came really quick. It's usually, for us, it's not usually lyrics first. It's usually like melody first, and then we kind of plug in lyrics after the fact. But there's really no right or wrong way. It can be lyrics first. And like I said, sometimes it's titles. Like Daylight was kind of a title. Change Today was kind of like, again, it was like a melody that I scattered into we call it scatting, like you just hum a melody into your phone. But when I was doing that, I said something like "change today," and then I think we kept it and kind of wrote the lyrics around that. So it's always a little bit different, but let me see. Okay, I have no idea if this is even going to show. Feels so good to feel all right. It's going to be backwards, but anyways, that was the original voice or note thing. Let me see. Sorry, I'm trying to not go on too many tangents, but I want to answer some questions here. New drummer. So we have Tommy Salzberg. He plays in a lot of Guns N' Roses tribute bands, and um, he came out with us on this last run and absolutely slayed. Did an amazing job. So yeah. And then anyone, let's see, any plans coming to Virginia Beach? I hope so really soon. And yeah, I was gonna say like any questions about live stuff, we want to go everywhere. Like nothing's off limits. We're down. It's just a matter of making it make sense from a business standpoint. Hopefully, hopefully they can put a tour together for us pretty soon. We do have a good team of people, but um, yeah, we don't really make the. It kind of comes down to like our booking agent, and like I said, in terms of the band, we're down to go everywhere. So, Derek, who writes the majority of the lyrics, is it more collaborative? It's mostly, well, again, it kind of depends. This song I wrote all the lyrics on, but Jordan writes. He's a lyric guy. Like he's main. I would say he's the main lyricist, but I'm the main. I would say I write most of the melodies and he writes most of the lyrics. But that doesn't mean he doesn't write some melody and I don't write some lyrics. So we both contribute. We have we call it having a lyric day when we get all the melodies in place and then kind of come over and it's just bouncing ideas off each other. Sometimes it might be. Sometimes I'll present like a concept and say, hey, I'm thinking like this is what I'm picturing in my head. Now let's put actual lyrics to it. It might just be like a concept, like we want the song to be about this, and then we kind of sit there and you know, um, and yeah, really appreciate you guys. By the way, thanks for all your support. That's why I wanted to kind of come on here and just provide a little glimpse inside to some different things. Yeah, let's go through this song a little bit more. And let me know if you want to do any other songs. I'm down to do a breakdown of. I know I did the one for Meet You There, but that was a little while ago. If you haven't seen that one, I'm sure you can go back through our videos, check it out. Um, all right, but yeah, let me know if there's anything else you want to know, anything else you want to see, song wise. I'm gonna solo up some different parts so you can hear things isolated. Um, we do get some we get some hate comments sometimes of people thinking that we're singing through like vocal processors and stuff, or like there's a bunch of effects going on, and it's really there's really not. It's just yeah, but that's part of being on the internet, I guess. But I'm gonna show you that right now. So I'm gonna show you Jordan's vocals. Oh, and another fun fact about this song. It's got my lead vocals in the chorus and Jordan's lead vocals. So it's not just harmony. A lot of the times you have one guy singing lead and then it's harmonies. Well, in this song, we did two people singing lead and then harmonies on top of it. And we didn't make mine super, super loud in the chorus, but what it did is it just added, it's like when you're adding certain spices to food that you might not taste every single one of them, but it's like if they weren't there, it wouldn't be as good or something. I don't know. But we just were trying to like experiment with blending both of our sounds together, and it kind of came out cool. Anyways, let's go through it.
Turn the key, change the course of my life last night. Took a chance, hope that one day I see the light. Don't know if it was the right decision. Everything feels wrong. But I have to walk down this road to know.
Yep, it's just someone singing, no processors. No auto tune, no auto tune either.
Turn the key, change the course of my life last night. Took a chance, hope that one day I see the light. Don't know if it was the right decision. Everything feels wrong. But I have to walk down this road to know.
That was actually me that did those oohs, and we put some like cool effects and stuff on them. So yeah, it starts off with just acoustic guitar, and then we blend the clean electric guitar with with the uh, with the acoustic guitar. We blend the electric with the other one. Yeah, so this one right here, this is that part's kind of cool, and again, it's inspired by like the westerny kind of vibe. You know, it's like the whole out in the desert, like in the old like western movies and stuff like that. So that was kind of the idea behind that little guitar part in the background.
Last night, memories on me all the time. This can't be right. Don't know if it was the right decision. Time will tell what's wrong. But I had to find out the hard way.
I think I'm seeing a comment that says, "Do you use amplifiers or emulators during recording?" I don't know what platform that's on, but sometimes well, I use both. So this is all real amps. This song, this is my Marshall JCM 800, and then in the chorus we did like a Bogner, I believe, mixed with the 800. So let me see if I can find that real quick. But we do use amp sims sometimes too. It kind of just depends like what we're going for and what the part is. Um, I gotta find that part. Oh yeah, here it is. Okay. So yeah, this is you'll hear the chorus like get really big, and that's when the Bogner and the Marshall come in. So that right there, that's just the Marshall, and then it comes in like Marshall and Bogner. Yeah, so that's the rhythms right there. And then I did some like little texture guitars and stuff too. So like there, I'll show you the different layers. We have a shaker going on. Yeah, just different layers. And then I'll show you the vocals that I was telling you about too, with how it's Jordan's and mine together.
Now it's just become what's meant to be will come. I know we'll be okay one day. Now what's done is done. I'm taking it one by one till I have the strength to make my own way.
So that's
Now it's just become what's meant
that's without mine.
to be will come. I know we'll be okay one day.
And then adding mine back in.
Now it's just become what's meant to be will come. I know we'll be okay one day.
So that's mine right there.
Now what's done is done. I'm taking it one by one till I have the strength to make my own way.
So Jordan and I together.
Now what's done is done. I'm taking it one by one till I have the strength to make my own way. One day.
So little trick for you right there. I just gave away our secret. Um, but I think it really added some depth in the chorus. Kind of made some things pop out. I did another little like low octave vocal as well. So let's see.
Now it's just become what's meant to be will come. I know we'll be okay one day. Now what's done is done. I'm taking it one by one till I have the strength to make my own way.
Yeah, some more harmonies. And I'm really big on like I was raised on like Boston and Def Leppard, and I love the like the big ahs. Like you hear it in a lot of songs like Swing Away, and I mean I can go down the list, but we do a lot of like the oohs and ahs and stuff like that. And yeah, that's kind of what makes us different than like a say like a AC/DC or like Motley Crue. There's really not a lot of harmonies. It's always mostly like one vocal. But yeah, we're really into the whole like backgrounds and ahs and different things like that just to make it big. Like we do, let's see, trying to find, there should be some other vocals. Oh yeah, here they are. Yeah, so that's me singing. I'm just doing like 3 or 4 different parts, and then I just double each. Um, I do not do the mix myself. I do the producing a lot of the times along with Chris Collier, who is an amazing engineer producer. He mixes and masters all of our songs. He did the first record, like all of our stuff, and he's absolutely incredible. Makes everything sound really good. So I mean, I add in like the stuff, like the shakers and the, kind of orchestrate like what parts, yeah, production wise or whatever. Like, oh, we're gonna do these texture guitars here, or different vocals or whatever. But then he mix and masters all of it, and makes it sound really really good. So huge shout out to him. For those that don't know Chris, he does like he's doing like he did the Mick Mars record, the solo record, as well as like Whitesnake, Korn, Um, a bunch of the George Lynch stuff. I mean, he works with like tons of different bands, but yeah, really good. Gives it that big like modern production quality, but it's still like analog and very real sounding as well. So that's kind of why I like his productions, because it's like the best of both worlds. It's like modern, but also has that still has like the realness and the feel to it as well. Let's see. So I did the bass and had it follow the guitar right there, which was kind of cool. So if you listen, the let's see, where is the slide? Yeah, here it is. So right here, you'll hear it follow.
Finally, with the weight bearing down on me. Finally, it took me so long to see.
So you can hear more of our little vocal ideas that we did here. So you'll hear Jordan start off the line, and then my vocals come in at the end of each line, just to give it like a little punch right there. So
Finally, with the weight bearing down on me.
so mine just comes in on that last word.
Finally, it took me so long to see that I had to make the right decision, not the easy one. It takes a whole lot of love to give up all you've ever known.
Yeah. Let's see.
Weight bearing down on me.
You guys, if you listen to a lot of our songs, you probably have noticed by now that I'm really a fan of the univibe kind of sound. I think I do it in like Feel Alright, Till the End of Days. I just really like this whole kind of vibe for like texture guitars. And that's actually a pedal in Logic. It's called the Vibe. It's essentially just like a univibe, but I use it all the time for things. I don't know why. I just like it. It always sounds good for like little background parts. Let's see.
To give up all you've ever known. Now it's just begun. What's meant to be will come. I know we'll be okay one day. Now what's done is done. I'm taking it one by one. Still I have the strength to make my own way.
So yeah, we switched over to just my lead vocals in the bridge on this. So I'll just solo mine real quick. Let's see.
to make my own way. One day, I trust my own intuition. I pray one day I'll find the reason. I'm risking it all.
That was actually funny because I was tracking those at like it was like 11:30 at night after like a full day in the studio. I was like super tired, and I remember doing that part right before the solo there, like the one I just played, and like I remember the engineer he was saying like he was like, all right, yeah, try it again, and I'm like, and I'm usually the first one. It's usually me that's like, oh, I need to do it again. I'm like super like critical about stuff, but I was like, wait a minute, let me hear that back because I just had a feeling that I just nailed it. Like it felt good to me, so I was just like, are you sure we need to do that again? And like, and we never did because that ended up being the take right there because I was like I kind of felt like I nailed it. So gotta always go with your gut.
I pray one day I'll find the reason. I'm risking it all.
Yeah, adding some little grit going on there. More ahs, more ah vocals. Let's see, I'll solo that. I'll solo the solo. Yeah.
Left here on the run. Now what's done is done. Left here on the run. Now what's done is done.
Yeah, you get the idea. So yeah, there's like some callbacks. So it's like now what's done is done. Then I do these callbacks like ah ah. That's kind of like on this part right here.
Left here on the run. Now what's done is done. Left here on the run.
Another little part you might have not known is in there. Because when you have a real choir, you got to put a fake choir with it. But it makes it sound really big all together. That was another thing that I had to do at like midnight. It's like, okay, let's do the screams now. Last part of the day, but made it happen.
What have I done? What have I done? I wanna go back to still going back.
I think we did like 3 or 4 takes. Yeah, it was probably like 4 takes. We just layered them all together. Added a little bit of distortion on top. You got the end part. Oh, fun fact about the acoustic slide guitar is actually from the demo. So that actually happens too. We do use some stuff from the demo. If I can't make it sound better in the studio, then I just use what I had on the demo because sometimes it works out that way. You weren't trying to overthink it, and it just sounded cool. So I tracked that on like my acoustic that had super old strings on it because I was just for a demo, but ended up being in the final song because again it just worked. So sometimes that happens that way. Let's see. And you can hear it's like a little bit out of tune right there. It's a little bit sharp, the slide, but I don't know. It was cool because it's like a westerny. I just picture like a guy out in the desert just like playing slide. And it's like why try to make it overly perfect? It's like it's got to have a little bit of sauce to it. Yeah. Let's see. There was a comment. Can I recall how many pre-production versions I had of the song before going into the studio? There's always several. There's always like it takes me. I do. I don't know. I'll bounce the song down like 10 times or something like that because I'll just do a little bit at a time. I'll get like the first verse and the chorus, then I'll drive around in my car, listen to it, try to picture in my head what should come next, and then I'll add more parts or whatever. So I kind of just keep making versions until I feel like it's where it needs to be. And I thought we might have had some questions about that, so I'm going to show you. This is the first ever time that we show you a demo. I'm going to show you what our demos kind of sound like. So this is sometimes what happens before we get together. I'll demo it out. I'll program the drums, kind of put everything together in my little home studio, and then I'll show it to the guys and see if everyone's digging it, and then we kind of go from there. But yeah, this is I'll play you the demo that I had before going into the studio.
Till the cage in the clothes of my life last night. Took a chance, hoped that one day I'll see the light. Don't know if it was the right decision. Everything feels wrong.
Whoa, something happened. Hang on a second. I think something started playing on iTunes. Hang on a second. Technical difficulties. It won't let me click on this because the thing's in the way.
Such a free upon me time last night. Memories on the other time is can't be right. Don't know if it was the right decision. Time will tell what's wrong. But I have to find out the hard way. Now it's just begun. What's meant to be will come.
Yeah, you get the idea. That's the demo. So obviously the master is going to sound just a way more like full and polished version of that.
It took me so long to see. To make the right decision, not the easy one. It takes a whole lot of love to give up all you never know. Now it's just begun.
But you can hear everything's already there on the demo. Yeah, so you can hear it's pretty much exactly like the final version. It's just the final version's a more, like I said, polished, you know, um, obviously more polished version. But we already have all the songwriting, everything like that's already in place. You know, we don't have someone telling us like, oh, you need to change the chorus or do this and this around. You know, it's like I said, it's songwriting is a huge passion. You know, that's kind of like the main reason. You know, I wanted to even get the band off the ground. That's like being creative and like coming up with something is really what makes music fun for me. That's what makes playing guitar fun. It's the fact that you get to do it in the confines of making your own, you know, music, making your own song. Because if I was just practicing scales all day, it's like, well, there's probably already some 10-year-old out there that's doing that way better anyway. So I'd rather like focus on the songwriting and like, you know, making something that was only in my head at that given moment. That's what's cool about it. It's like, it's so personal. It's like anyone at any moment can make something and only they can hear whatever they just heard in their head at that time. Like they're the only ones hearing that in their head, but a million people know the E minor scale. So it's a different thing. So that's what really makes it rewarding, makes it fun. As much as I love like guitar playing, it excites me way more to write like a chorus melody or write a song or, you know, it's that's kind of, that's what, like I said, that's where it's at. That's what makes it fun. But it is cool to have the tools, you know, if you need them to like play a complicated, you know, guitar line or whatever it may be. But this band isn't really about like the whole individual talent, you know. Uh, it's really more about the songs at the end of the day, you know. And we take it as a compliment if people think, if people compliment our abilities or individual, playing or whatever. But yeah, at the end of the day, it's really the song always comes first. So, um, well, cool. Yeah, I just wanted to kind of take you guys behind the scenes a little bit and show you some stuff, production wise, kind of the way we do things. And like I said, really appreciate everyone's support. Let me know if you guys have any like last minute questions. I'm trying to like make sure I catch some things. Yeah, we just did a recent run with we did a couple shows with Stephen Piercy from Rat, which went amazing. We saw a bunch of our friends up in Columbus, Ohio, and that was just a super fun night, super fun show. And then yeah, we played Club LA as well in Destin, which was also another killer show. So definitely the plan is for next year to just hit it super hard from a touring standpoint. So that's kind of the goal. And then there's always new things, being created behind the scenes and new music. And uh, so, yeah, we're going to have a lot of fun stuff coming up, a lot of fun stuff coming out. And like I said, just really appreciate you guys' support. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything here. Yeah, I have like, let's see. Someone asked what my rig looks like. It's just it's a few Marshalls, just JCM 800 through a cab, and I run it through. I use like a Boss Super Overdrive, in front of the amp. But really, it's really simple. I don't really use a lot of stuff. Very simple, but yeah, definitely go check out the song we put out after this one too, called Bayou. I'll probably do a breakdown of that one as well. And let me know if there's anything in the future you guys want to see, like breakdown wise or any kind of content. Definitely want to like engage with you guys more often and whatever we can do to, to give back for supporting us. Like I said, we really appreciate it. And yeah, I'm just trying to always just do the next thing and whatever inspires us. And yeah, so appreciate you guys, and we'll do this again soon. And yeah, y'all have a good one. And like I said, let me know if there's any questions down in the chat. I'll try to answer everything I see. So yeah, really appreciate you guys, and we'll do this.